Okay, let's get into it.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Football Therapy reporting this morning here from the kingdom. How's it going? Eh? How are you? Welcome back to the channel, Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I do hope you're doing well, mate. Genuinely, wholeheartedly do hope that. And yes, you guessed it, welcome back to Chelsea News, the twice daily series here on the channel where I reflect on what's being said around Chelsea at the moment, giving you my thoughts, feelings, opinions, more importantly asking for yours. Just to be off-brand, Chelsea are looking into signing a Brazilian teenager. My earrings are flipped around. The away kit has been officially leaked, and it's alright. Hey, it's okay. We'll look at it together, I think. And yes, going to cite some quotes from the Daily Mail speaking about Maresca and his training, and maybe a little bit about Mudryk as well, who's apparently cut his holidays short to join up with pre-season to impress the gaffer. Yeah, man. So strap yourselves in, boys, girls, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for supporting the content. I do love you very much for that. We are on the road to 200,000 subscribers, which, of course, is a lot of people. So, you know, once I've enlisted you all, we're going to do some crazy cult stuff. I'm joking. But do consider subscribing, hitting the bell if you do, and thank you for liking the video. Alright, mate, quickly. Excuse me. Fabrizio Romano tweeted, understand Chelsea have a genuine interest in Gremio talent, Gabriel Mek. He's considered as one more gem from Brazil. Chelsea have opened talks to understand the deal conditions. He's born in 2008. I remember what I was doing in 2008. This is wild. He's appreciated by many clubs, but Chelsea are pushing, as per someone else from the internet. Oh, yeah. South American journalist. Yeah, man. Look, do I care? At this point, it's difficult. Great. If he's good, great. Join the army of South American teenagers that at some point will take over the world wearing the Chelsea crest. Maybe that will happen. Yeah, look, I know some people think he's very good. I'm seeing on social media, people getting terribly excited about him. Great. We'll see when it happens, mate. But one thing I've just sort of been reiterated is Chelsea are putting a lot of their funds and attention into South America. They do feel it's an undervalued market. So, yeah, go for your lives. Go get them all and play it like you're playing Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. Alright, how should I do this? How should I show you the kit? Let's just do a screen share here. Oh, it's not prepared. That's unlike me. Here we go. Ooh. I'll tell you what. The screen's locked. I can't move it. There you go. I tell you what. Me lucky. I'm just trying to get my head around what's going on here on the collar, that fold. Is that necessary? Would that, from a bird's eye view, look like you're being born? Apologies. Look, yes, I sign off on it. I like it. I like it much more than the home kit. The trim's good. The orange works on the sleeves and the flanks, as it were, down the sides. The badge does look good in orange here with the blue as a second kit, as an away kit. I'm not sure about the orange on the first, on the home jersey. But I think this looks good. I genuinely do. For what it is, for an away kit, right? Let's have a look here. Mate, I like it. The more I look at it, the more I like it. It's team orange and rush blue with guava ice. Whatever. That's the most wanky thing, isn't it? Imagine these knobheads in a freaking boardroom somewhere. How about we call it guava ice? Great job, John. Let's do that. Knobbers. Yeah. So guava ice, team orange, rush blue, obviously. And this is it. This is it. I like it. This long sleeve looks good as well. I've got no issue with it. I don't know if I'll buy it. I don't know if it's very Jan, but like I can see that it's very good. I'd love to see it on the players. Leaked pictures here from Infinite Chelsea. Yeah, actually, you know what? I sign off on it, man. I genuinely do. More pictures there. Yeah, it's just the fold. The fold on the collar, I'm not so sure about. Or it should be the whole way, because on the back it makes sense, like a folded collar. But on the front, not so much. And old kit's there. So yeah, man, I dig it. I think so. What do you think? Eh? Do you like it? I like it. So I get excited. I mean, like I said, I don't want to be too much of a Debbie Downer on the home kit, and the truth is, if we tear it up this upcoming season, that will become an iconic kit, and I will learn to love it, I'm sure. That's how football works, right? You get conditioned and primed into certain things, and that would almost certainly be one for me. Okay, so we've got 2 more things left in the video. I want to talk about Mudryk and what to expect, of course, him cutting his holiday short, and a little bit about the how players are impressed with Maresca. Right. So first of all, Mikhailo Mudryk, Ukrainian left winger, that cost Chelsea £62 million, rising up to £88 million with add-ons. Lest we forget, Arsenal were very interested in him. He was very interested in Arsenal. Ended up coming to Chelsea. I believe part of the negotiations was the game for Ukraine. Obviously he's very proud Ukrainian, dealing in his home in Ukraine is one of the worst affected places by the invasion. So, yeah. And I feel like, just while I'm musing on this, I feel like the Chelsea fans have been quite good to Mudryk. Like recently, last season, he scored the odd goal. He was substituted and walked off and got applauded from Chelsea fans. I think at Stamford Bridge, must have been at the Bridge. He applauded back. I feel like he feels, despite a very difficult first 18 months at Chelsea, he's just getting over how it was a bit of a nightmare-y start in terms of not living up to the hype and just settling in to the club with the, millions of different managers that we've had. I need to sneeze, one second. It's so hot I'm sitting here with these studio lights on me, and it's quite dusty. I've got to have all the doors shut for the sound for when I film, and I just get sneezy and sweaty. I'm a sweaty, sneezy boy. One for the Tinder bio. Yeah, man. So Mudryk, right? Mudryk. What's gonna happen? It's almost like he's almost already the forgotten man. How old is he? 23 years old. He obviously had that great moment for his country when he scored the goal to qualify them for the Euros, and then they were just very, very, very poor in the Euros. He seems like, I don't know. It's very, very hard to judge him because of what's going on at his home, but he shows these moments of like, oh my god, like that goal, that he scored, that individual brilliant goal that he scored. Was it the one when he took off Gallagher? Was that him? And just dribbled and rifled an absolute blinder. He's got these. He needs to summon these inner powers, these instincts, to become this like player that people saw in glimpses. They were like, yeah, this guy could be something special, So he's cut his holiday short because he wants to. Really keen to impress the new Chelsea manager, Enzo Maresca, like by weeks short. He didn't come back like a week early. He completely almost sacked off his break and just turned up and went, right, let's get it. Start again, Chelsea. Resting is for not now. And I'm going to just try and impress the new Chelsea manager. And I'm trying to think, right, Maresca uses wingers. He does use wide wingers. He loves wingers. So left wing, it's him or Sterling. I've gone on record saying I do think Raheem Sterling will benefit greatly stylistically in terms of profile with playing for Enzo Maresca. But, he's 29, going on 30. And, of course, Mudryk's, 23 years old. He's a lot younger. And he's got this, Sterling's got a very high... How do I put this? Sterling's got, a really high ceiling in terms of... Or high floor in terms... When he's, functioning in a team. He can be really, really serviceable system left winger. And that's why he's not worked at Chelsea. Because ever since he signed for Chelsea, Tuchel onwards, we've been vibes. We've been absolutely vibes. When he's come from a mega system team in Man City. And now, theoretically, he should be in a mega system team Man City and, mega system team in Chelsea. So, the big in-between when he was like, cool, I back myself, I'm a good footballer, I can just be Eden Hazard at Chelsea. Because I scored loads of Prem goals and I can dribble. No, didn't work, mate. Hopefully he's learned that doesn't work. So, now, in theory, this should work better. I don't think necessarily Mudryk's kind of the opposite. Because Mudryk was really good of Shakhtar, but they played to his strengths. They played balls in behind. He ran, and they just played transitional football, and it was a little bit like Mudryk and Prey, and essentially that's never going to work in the Premier. Not even, maybe to a degree with Brentford if you train over and over and over, and he became like Ivan Toney's partner and was more of a runner rather than a striker. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe there's other options, other examples like Wolves or something. Still, it was never going to work with Chelsea unless he had insane amounts of coaching, and it seems like he needs that. I don't think he's going anywhere. Chelsea batted away approaches for Mikhailo Mudryk. We've got on good authority that happened, and they want to make it work. Will it work? Do you have faith for him this season? Please do let me know your thoughts, and let's talk about the coach. Cool, so it's a big story, also coming from Kieran Gill in the Daily Mail. He said some quotes about Chelsea players have been telling their representatives, so their entourage, their agents, their personal management, how much they've enjoyed the Enzo Maresca training sessions so far. So obviously this is going to be what they've experienced. Obviously Pochettino, I don't know how far. I mean, Pochettino's a good guy. I'm never going to do a hit piece on Pochettino, but maybe they feel like, right, this is going to serve us better, because these players have still played for their countries. These players have still played for other big teams, usually why Chelsea pay a lot of money from. And they've got like a barometer of what they feel like is good and useful and helpful, and it's fun. And they're saying enjoy it. So that's a positive. And I'm mindful, this is coming from the Daily Mail though, so because I'm mindful of positive briefing. Sometimes you get Matt Law gets a lot, and the Telegraph, but I'm not necessarily easy for me to say. I'm not necessarily sure that Kieran Gill of the Daily Mail is that kind of guy, and clearly it's the representatives maybe that have been briefing here saying yes, our players are very, very happy with Enzo Maresca. There's another similar quote here that says there's a feeling already that Maresca's tactical instructions are much clearer than previous coaches. Now, I always reference, Antonio Conte, but in a good way, because it's, what? Last time we had a coach appointed in Antonio Conte, also Italian. We won the Premier League. We moonwalked the Premier League. And that, we all say, oh yeah, but he had to tactically change. He had to tactically change to his original philosophy, his idea. Now, we're playing Maresca's original philosophy, his idea. It's not like he's been bullied into a back four to play John Terry and Ivanovic. And then it's like, screw this, get those two off, bring Alonso on, bring Luiz on, we're playing a back three. With Azpilicueta at right centre-back and, Gary Cahill at left centre-back. And we're going to Victor Moses right wing-back. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is what I want to do. He's not getting bullied. He's allowed to do whatever he wants. His football lines up with the sporting director's idea of what they want. This is what we're led to believe. This is what we've been, or what we've read, what's been reported. And what players often didn't like with Conte, it was so automated, like you've got to go here, and again, forgive me for repeating myself in previous videos, but I use the example of Victor Moses, who isn't the most world-class player, but was an amazing right wing-back in a Premier League winning team, because he had clear tactical instructions. He was always in acres of space in the right flank of the, near the byline. He was always available to receive the ball for a switch. He was always getting left alone. And when he had the ball, he was offered a few options, like 2 or 3 options by Conte, and he didn't choose. Those options were depending on what was happening in front of him. It was a clear instruction, how to play Rubik's Cube football, open them up, score a goal. And I'm not saying I don't know enough about Maresca, I'm not saying this is going to be the same, but I wonder if the clear tactical instructions, that's much more clearer than previous coaches, represents a positive factor like this. Especially, and my word, especially, I need to hammer this home, especially for vulnerable, lacking confident young players, the aforementioned Mikhailo Mudryk maybe, so he can just play on instinct a bit more because he doesn't know, if he's not overthinking, I should be running here, I should be running there. He's like, no, I need to go here. Clear instructions, clear tactical instructions, as they say. I go here and I can just, do something a little bit more instinctive, which is his strength. Whereas 2017, I'm not saying N'Golo Kante had an ego, but you had these Galacticos like Kante, Hazard, Costa. Do you know what I mean? Like, even to a degree, Willian and Pedro and big players all over the pitch that back their own individual quality. Of course, you know, we won the Champions League in 2012 through individual quality. It can be done, but it can't be done right now. You know, I'm an England fan, you know, and I'm thankful for Gareth Southgate. I'm pleased there's a new manager coming because we've tried to win the Euros on blaggy individual quality, and it's just not something for the modern era, despite international football being very different to domestic. You need a system, you need people not to panic and rely on a philosophy when they are feeling overwhelmed, so they can be that right wing back Victor Moses in that time of pressure. Does that make sense? I hope so. And yes, a couple of those things I've explained before, but you know, it's important and it's relevant now. So I wanted to talk about it. So yes, what do you know? What do you think about it? Let me know what you think about the video, about the stuff I've spoken about. I'll be very keen to read your comments. As always, thank you for joining me. Thank you for liking and subscribing, supporting the content here on Football Therapy. There almost certainly will be an upload later, so turn on the bell if you choose to subscribe, and I will see you back here very soon. Peace.